Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Consciously Healing, also known as Denasia. What I'm going to be doing for you guys today is a pick a card reading. I thought it'd be really cool to basically do a message of what Spirit may need you to know right now. Now, this video will be timeless, meaning whenever you come around to this video, it will be divine timing for you. If none of these messages resonate with you, just send them healing energy because it was meant for someone else. I'll let you guys choose between 3 groups. There is no wrong way of doing it. You can even choose 2, or if you want to do all of them, whatever feels called to you. There's no rules to this. You can intuitively decide which ones you would like. So, what we're going to do, first let's get everyone on the same frequency, on the same vibration. So I'll ask you guys to do 3 cleansing breaths. And once you finish those cleansing breaths, you can figure out which card you want to choose. So this is card number 1, and that's a blue calcite. This is card number 2, and that's a rose quartz. And this is card number 3, which is carnelian. So do those 3 cleansing breaths, and whichever one you intuitively go to, then we'll get started with that. So you can ask your spirit guides, dear spirit guides, the ones who love me unconditionally, who walk in Christ consciousness, what message do you have for me right now? Okay, then let's begin. We'll start with card number 1 and deck number 1. I'll make sure I put timestamps below so you can switch and get ahead. So let me just move this out of the way. Let's get started. For those who chose pile number 1, deck number 1, let's see what message Spirit has for you. What does Spirit need you to know right now? Okay, so right now what Spirit really wants you to know, they want you to focus on your chakras right now. They want you to either understand what chakras are, or if you do understand what chakras are, figure out what part of your body maybe is intuitively asking you to take more care of it, whether it be your throat chakra, your heart, or even your third eye. With this card, it's the 4 of Michael. It says, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. And the reason why I thought of chakras was because of the colors that come up. We have orange, blue, purple, red, and whichever one you feel yourself more kind of drawn to, then those are chakra that may need extra attention right now. It's saying right now that you could be overworked in a sense, and you really would benefit from quiet meditation. In the card, it's of a girl who's out in nature. So maybe go to the park, go on a walk, go by water, do whatever you need that will help you relieve some of that tension that you might be going through. It's saying that you do need more sleep, or maybe even time off. So taking a nice vacation. If you can't take a vacation, then maybe you can start looking at your sleep schedule a little bit better and figure out maybe how much sleep you need to be a well-functioning person. And when it says seek relief from stress, that can mean meditation, that can mean yoga, painting, drawing, maybe even putting something in your journal. Whatever it means to you that helps you relieve stress, your body is really asking for that with this card. So the next card that came out was the 3 of Ariel. The 3 of Ariel is always a really hard-working card. We see the person in the image as he's working on something that looks like a passion of his almost. And in the center is your beautiful angel. And it says, do what you love. This is a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. So in the first card, it was saying that you may need sleep or time off. because maybe you're not working with your coworkers in a cooperative manner, or maybe there is something going on where you can probably be more open with them so you guys can all have a win-win situation. Also, this card is telling you to go after your passions. What do you love? Whatever you love to do, it's time for you to finally get started on that. And once you do, you have a great sprout of growth in your career and your artistic endeavors. Maybe just being more aware of what you love and your passions will make everything around you not so stressful and hectic because you have your own little outlet. The next card that came out for you is also from the Ariel, and it says King of Ariel. And this card has to do a lot with luxuries in a sense. So with the first card telling us to take that break, maybe once we take that break, we can nurture ourselves more. And once we're being more artistic and in our passions, we can see that look beautiful and grow into fruition all around us. Let me read more about it as well. It says, your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. And when I see them saying using your resources wisely, they mean using your angels, using nature, using the idea of chakras and being in balance and then finding that balance within yourself. That's what they're asking you to do right now, to use your resources wisely. If you do not feel like you have professional or financial success, maybe using your resources wisely to manifest. You can write down the perfect life you need, or the perfect career or artistic project you want to be a part of. Start doing that and using your resources wisely, and watch how powerful you are and how much you can create all around you. Don't be afraid of your power. And from this deck, the overall message from this deck, sorry, I'm kind of fumbling with this. There we go. That'd be fine. The overall message for this deck is the Sun. And it says, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So even if you come through some triumphs, if you've been how this girl's kind of, she's kind of sad in a way, or in her own head a lot, overanalyzing, not really seeing the beauty in life. But once you start using your resources wisely, once you start bringing time in for your passions, for your creativity, then you will see yourself on this beautiful unicorn as you kind of glide off into the sunset. Look how magical. Look at your aura. Your aura is very beautiful and yellow. And I see sunflowers too. So for those who are very drawn to sunflowers, I say put some sunflowers in your house. Bring that beauty back into your life, because it's saying that you thrive on positive thinking. And it's okay if you can't be positive 24/7. That's not the way life works. But this card reminding you, when you are positive, you create beautiful things. Next card that came out for you. We're looking at the romance cards, the romance angels, and they are saying romantic feelings. For those of you who are like, I'm single, I ain't got no romantic feelings, that's not about me. That's okay. This card can also mean just having those feelings within yourself. Or if you don't have a partner or someone you're with right now, ask yourself why. What do you want from someone? What can you start manifesting? And for those who are either with someone or they've been kind of thinking about if this person is the one for them, it says that your feelings are real and worth exploring. Meaning maybe take the time to get to know them. Figure out what it is that you want from this romantic partnership and then go for it. Because no matter what, your feelings are very valid and they're real. And even for those who it doesn't pertain in a romantic way, even in your platonic friendships, know that your feelings are real, and your contribution to the friend group or to your family, that is valid, and you don't deserve anything less than what you give out to people. This card is reminding you guys that you are a counselor, which basically means you are the divine teacher, the divine healer. This is what Spirit wants you to know. You have all of the power, because look at that. You have your spirit guides. And if some of you guys are very interested in sacred geometry, you have the sacred geometry behind you as well, unlocking the mysteries of the universe. And with this counselor card, it's telling you to stop asking for so much advice from other people and finally start asking for that advice within yourself. And you can find that advice by doing that quiet meditation, and maybe even doing like a chakra healing meditation, so you can really get into your own vibration. But it says, this is from Archangel Azrael, and it says, you're a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So just by you being the magnificent and amazing, vibrant person you are, because you are the Sun card, meaning you are vibrant, you are positive, you have a natural magnitude that people are drawn to. And it's telling you that people are going to benefit from your guidance. They're going to benefit from you speaking up more, you using that throat chakra, you having that confidence behind everything you say. Don't be afraid of your own power, because you're coming into your power right now. And Spirit wants you to know, don't be afraid of that. The card that's coming from the Raphael healing deck says that forgiveness heals. And it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, which is peace and health. So sometimes when we're upset, nothing else matters. You know, we're very upset about the situation. We're upset at the person who hurt us. We're mad at ourselves for allowing them to hurt us in the first place, or for not trusting our intuition and not seeing the red flags. And all that's doing is keeping you from your life purpose. It's keeping you from where you need to be at in this moment. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know your traumas. I don't know your trauma. Only you know your trauma. But answer this. Is your trauma worth getting in the way of your happiness? Is it worth kind of jeopardizing everything else because you're afraid to forgive? And you don't have to verbally forgive that person and say, hey, you know, I forgive you. Because sometimes they never even apologize in the first place. This card is telling you to forgive yourself for the part you played, whatever part it may have been. Even if it was solely their fault, you can forgive yourself just so you can move forward. The message that Spirit has for you is to move forward, because you are a wise counselor. Maybe your intuition maybe you didn't listen to it before and you might have went down the wrong path, so you're like, wow, maybe I'm not ready to be the counselor. Maybe I'm not ready to give advice. Maybe I don't know a lot about this subject yet. But what Spirit wants you to know is you are even more ready than you were before. Forgive yourself. Become that counselor. Become that healer. You are the sun. You emanate beautiful, beautiful energy. And just know to now listen to your body. What's going on? What are you kind of neglecting? What can you do for yourself? And seek that quiet time alone. Focus on your passions, because your passions are what makes you happy. Your passions are what relieve that stress of everyday life. And once you do, watch how much your plans will work out, how much divine light will come in, how much you will bring so much fruition. And with those romantic feelings, remember, love yourself, and then others will love you the way you want to be loved. So that was the first card, first deck for everyone. Like I said, we have the blue calcite. So I'm sending you guys so much healing and loving energy right now. If you can, look up what blue calcite means, and maybe get some for yourself, or just read up on the healing properties of it. Also, you can get some sunflowers for sure. Be out in nature. And just love yourself, because everyone deserves to have that self-love. Okay, so for deck number 1, I hope that helped you guys. We're going to go straight into deck number 2, so you can stop it right now if you need to, or if you did pick this as well, we'll keep on going. And I'm not going to edit this video, I'm just going to go with the flow. So now we're going to everyone who's chosen deck number 2. And deck number 2 has this beautiful rose quartz. Let's see what messages we have. It's definitely the same energy from deck number 1 as well. Okay. I'm getting that for people who chose card number 1, or sorry, deck number 2, it's telling you that it's time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. This is also a time for detoxification. And by detoxification, they can mean literally maybe a social media detox, maybe actually detoxing by putting fruit into your water to make it more healthy and to detox your insides as well that way. Maybe taking a break from weed or alcohol or whatever little things that you may do too much of and may need to just reel back on a little bit. Detoxing can also mean detoxing your life. Maybe it's time to clear that space finally. And it is time to make a decision. And once you do, be very clear on what you want, because Spirit wants to give it to you, but they want you to be clear. And the same people who chose deck number 1, they have the same message. And it had to do with these chakras. And it's telling you, basically, look at this card, and whichever color you're drawn to, that might be the chakra that's in pain. It could be your throat, your heart, your third eye, your solar plexus, all the way down to your root, So just choose whichever color, and then maybe after this you can Google chakra color and see what kind of meditation you can do for that as well. Because it looks like Spirit wants you to know you're so powerful, and maybe something's not working out right now for you because you haven't asked for it properly. So now it's time for you to ask for whatever it is that you need. The next card that did come out for you was the 5 of Michael. And with this card, it's like your spirit guides are doing one big sweep, meaning they are sweeping everything negative out of your way. It can be friendships maybe falling apart, relationships could be crumbling up in a little bit. Maybe your own sense of self can be kind of crumbling. You're like, whoa, what's going on? I thought I was so good. What's happening? And this card is telling you a situation in your life right now may not serve you. It says release your attachment to the outcomes. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So I read earlier today that what you can do as a little activity is you can write down what you want, this is how it goes actually. You write down your challenge, your solution to it, and then you leave that outcome blank. And what you're doing is first you're naming the challenge, whatever your fears are, whatever the guilt or shame may be. Then you're kind of thinking about what solution could it be? Could it be more meditating? Could it be me journaling more? Could it be me venting to my friends? And then finally you leave that outcome blank. And you see over time what Spirit does for you, what outcome they create for you. And you go back and you just fill it in. So that could be a nice activity to do for group number 2. It's also letting you know this time for you could be a time of celebration. Maybe you found your community. Maybe you found people around you who are very more like-minded, or maybe you want to do that. It's telling you you do have reasons to celebrate, although you could be in this kind of limbo state where you don't know if you should go here or go here. This card is letting you know that it's time for you to celebrate. You have a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships, or even children. So for some, of course, it could be marriage, engagement, births. And for others, it can mean the birth of a project, a birth of yourself being reborn, finding those reasons to celebrate when there has been some type of cloud of darkness around you. And your overall card is telling you to have that strength. You are so strong. And for those who resonate with the number 11, this is letting you know, your confirmation, that you are strong. And that's what it's telling me. It says, strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. So while you're having that strength, while you're getting that confidence built up, make sure to still have that kindness and forgiveness and compassion so you can give everyone, that same loving energy that you're cultivating for yourself. I'm getting a lot of things that's telling you to remain positive, to stay positive. So for those who may be in a dark hole right now, or not in a dark hole, but just have a cloud around them, and it happens to the best of us, this card is letting you know to stay positive, not even for yourself, but just for the outcome. Because the more you have that negative outlook, or the more you really feel into those emotions, and you're like, fuck everything, I can't do this, then that becomes a part of you. And I'm not saying that you need to suppress anything. Have those moments where you can scream and you can cry, and then have that moment of triumph where you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna bounce back 10 times harder. With this positive card, it's telling you that maybe the food that you're eating too result in why you're feeling so imbalanced or angry or anxiety or whatever it may be, which is also why that card called for a detoxification as well. So it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. So being more positive will actually support your health and just make you overall, look at that, you're already glowing. And it's so funny how even with the strength card, this courage card came out for you. And these are the same energies, that strength and courage, to have that courage in yourself, to know that you are powerful. It says, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. No more do you need to be silent, do you need to suppress. You can be who you need to be fully and boldly. So do that now. It's okay, it's needed. And the final message is to let your friends help you. Now this can mean you don't need to do it all by yourself. You can have that community of friends around you. If you feel like you don't have that community of friends, then maybe it's time to start manifesting those friends by saying, Spirit, I take your advice. Now please help me bring the right people into my life. And with this, it's saying ask for and accept support from others. Don't be afraid to ask for help from anyone around you. But first and foremost, ask for your own help, heed your own advice. But then, of course, ask your advice from your friends and family just so you don't feel so alone, because we're not doing this alone. Even though our spiritual journey can feel lonesome and it can be very overwhelming, you have a community of people who very much love you and respect you. So if you need any more guidance, please comment below and let us know what we can do to help you. Because everyone who watches my channel, they're all part of the butterflies, which means that we are always transforming and rebirthing, and that's the beautiful part about it. So there you go. So for group number 2, we're letting you know it's time to make that decision. What's going to make you happy? Be very clear on what you want, and finally take the action. Do that detoxification, whatever form that may be for you. Know that during that time, a lot of things are going to be swept away, because when you ask Spirit to do something, they'll do it in a way that we're not probably accustomed to. So we'll ask them to bring us light and love, but then they'll have to sweep away all the negativity, and that could be people, friends, family, situations, jobs. So just have an open mind when you do ask for that. And remember that Spirit wants you to know it's time to celebrate. Even in the midst of being some type of cloud that you may be in, you have so much light and beauty to also be proud of. And to know that you are so powerful. You have that strength. You are magnificent. You are the lion, the lioness, all wrapped into one, all because you have courage. You're bold. You're standing up for your beliefs. You're now finally realizing the type of person you are, and you're okay with that. And you're going to remain positive, because to remain positive is to have that open flow for Spirit to really give you the abundance and the wisdom. And of course, don't do it by yourself. You got your friends, your family, your chosen family, everyone who loves you, and they want you to succeed. And if you don't have that, it's time to look for that. So that is a message for group number 2. If you can, please maybe get a rose quartz, or look up what a rose quartz means, just so you can get more healing information from it as well. I'm also getting that people who chose card number 2, of course, look at those chakras and see which one you need to meditate on. And also look up, it looks like Archangel Ariel, for that is the goddess of strength and courage. And the number 11 as well. Number 11 is definitely a sacred number for you, like 1111, or whenever you see 11 anywhere. Just know that your angel's reminding you to stay positive, because you have so much going for you. Okay. And finally, we will do this with group number 3. So for those who chose group number 3, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. Let's get right into it. I can't wait to give you guys your messages for today. Let's see what we have. Ooh, I have chills. You're powerful, group number 3. You are powerful. You need to know that. You have so many magical, mystical powers right now. Oh my gosh. Whew. Sorry, I just have chills. I love this. And the card for group number 3 says carnelian. So look up what a carnelian means, the healing energy from that. Because I'm getting you need to have this with you, because you're very powerful. Whew. a lot of water is coming up from this, a lot of hydration, moon energy, psychic abilities. So the first card that came out for you guys is the Ace of Raphael. It says a positive, new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic partnerships, and deep and lasting spiritual insights. Excuse me. You guys are vibrating at a very high frequency right now, which will be a very emotional new experience for you. This card is telling you just to go with the flow. You know, let it wash over you and watch how you still come up on top. Right now, you'll have very fulfilling partnerships and relationships because you are vibrating so hard, and those will be attracted to you. And know during this time, Spirit wants you to know you're having very deep and lasting spiritual insights. Meaning your intuition is 100% from divine guidance, from divine wisdom. Do not take that gently. You know, it's a really good thing to have. The next card that came out for you was to take great pride in your excellent work. You can't be afraid of how powerful you are. You've studied, you've done all the work, you've learned about chakras, you've learned about numerology, you care about tarot, you want to know about your spirit guides, you're interested in spirituality because your soul is asking you to really go back to your roots. And they're telling you to be proud of that because not everyone can do that. And it says practice makes perfect. So of course you can't do it overnight, but they're happy that you're trying, that you're doing it, and you're on the right path. It says consider getting additional training or education, meaning maybe go back to school. You can go back to school for anything, anything that you want, sound healing, yoga, journalism, doing a workshop on how to write books or how to meditate, you know, whatever you're called to do, you have the power and insight to do it. You don't need to wait any longer for it. You are a teacher. You are a healer. And this card is the Three of Gabriel. And it says, prosperity arising from wise planning. It's time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Now, you've been working very hard for this moment in your life, and it's telling you it's all because of the wise planning, because you've been giving all your worries to the divine, and you've been really, you know, journaling or just saying out loud what it is that you want for your future. And this card is telling you that they will turn out as planned, but keep having that same optimistic and keep having the same type of, what's the word for it? Motivation and endurance. I don't know. I'm not sure what word I'm looking for, but you're on the right track. So the next card that came out for you was hydration. Yes, hydration came out for you guys. And I'm getting the hydration just because you are so powerful. So maybe take a nice bath, do some Epsom salt in the bath. Don't snort them. And maybe connect with nature and with water, streams, being by the pool. I'm getting that for pretty much all the cards are telling you guys to go back in nature. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. If you've been nauseous or you have like no balance, or maybe you're lightheaded more often, it could be due because of your water intake. So maybe just take more water, drink more water. And also a really great manifesting thing to do is you can get your water, glass of water. You can either write on the water bottle or you can say it before and just say, I use this water as healing energy, or I use this water to increase my psychic ability. And then you drink it and then, you know, see what happens. Your overall card was the Moon card, and I'm thinking it's really important for you guys to connect to Archangel Haniel, because your moon came out in this one and in this, meaning you are so connected to these moon cycles. And it's saying that you have the opportunity to improve your plans. So maybe if your plans aren't going the exact way you'd like, you still have time to improve them. Remember, we're never going to stop being a student. We're never going to stop learning. So you don't have a deadline. You can always learn more and, you know, go deeper into your craft. It says, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. And with the carnelian crystal, that's how you grow stronger. You get that boldness, that courageous, spirit. So I say it's very important to pay attention to the moons, the moon cycles that are coming up. I'm not sure when this card, or when you will see this message, but make sure you're being aware of when the next full moon or a new moon is, so so you can really cultivate that and go deeper into your power. And with the moon cycles card, it says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize these cycles. So they want you to capitalize upon these cycles, meaning with each full moon, you can start to release and shed anything that doesn't serve you and get ready for the new. And with every new moon, you can start having those new beginnings, manifesting, creating that life that you deserve to have. You're so magical and so powerful. Your psychic ability is very strong and heavy, meaning you may be able to see the future in some type of way. You can probably feel people's energies very well. And if you feel like you haven't, then start doing meditation so you can go deeper into those skills, because Spirit wants you to know that you are capable of being a very strong, mystical healer in person. And the last card that came out for you was to retreat. Maybe take some time to retreat within yourself, or if you're in a relationship, maybe you and your partner need to retreat and go on a vacation together and take time apart from everyone else and just go back to who you two are, so you can fall back in love, or so you can create that romance and spark again. And that same thing goes for yourself. Create that spark again with yourself. And by doing that is by meditating, figuring out what it is that you need that makes you happy, that doesn't have anyone else's agenda involved. It's all about you. And it's saying it's time to disconnect from the world. Once you can disconnect more and do more meditations, you can cultivate those psychic abilities, and you can capitalize on those moon cycles and really dive deep into your power. And while you're doing it, please drink some water because you're thirsty. You need to stay hydrated. Maybe take a nice bath tonight. And remembering that this will be a very emotional experience for you. You're going through a lot of changes. I'm going through changes. For those who also need to watch Big Mouth, that's what that is on Netflix. But yes, you're going through a lot of changes. You're fulfilling more romantic partnerships. You're going to have a lot of deep, lasting spiritual insights, and that will come by that meditation and retreating. And remember, keep crafting your power. Keep going deeper within. Never stop learning. And knowing that once you do that, more prosperity will come to you. You can take the time to plan out your next steps, whatever it may be. Spirit wants you to know you are fully capable of that. So thank you guys so much. This is the end of our session. Like I'm saying, you can check out for group number 3, look up the carnelian. Also, make sure to look up the number 18, because that was for the moon. Also, make sure you're looking up what the next full moon is, and make sure you try to connect with Archangel Haniel. Do some meditation with her. Alright, so that was it for today. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to end this by one healing